The Upstate Golf Guys podcast is brought to you by Golf Week Amateur Tour, New York Upstate, a national tour for all golfers and skill sets in its 31st year. We represent the New York Upstate region, and to join, visit amateurgolftour.net and click Join Now for the best amateur golf tour in the country. David Calise, with his beautiful home for rent in Saratoga Springs. This mansion is located on Airbnb. What a way to enjoy Saratoga with family and or friends on a vacation to golf, go to the horse track, or relax in this beautiful home. For more information, go online to Airbnb/H/mansion in Saratoga Springs for information. Northeastern Insurance Agency for all your insurance needs. Voted #1 insurance agency in the Capital Region in 2024 by the Times Union. For any insurance needs, call Jared at 518-956-3753. The Bunker Indoor Golf, located in over 7 locations across the Capital Region and host of our Golf Week Am Tour Winter League on Saturday mornings. From golfing on their state-of-the-art simulators or having a delicious meal with your friends or family, come on down and visit one of the Bunker locations. Visit them online, getinthebunker.golf. For more information of the Upstate Golf Guys podcast and their partners, visit upstategolfguys.com.
Welcome back to another episode of the Upstate Golf Guys podcast. We have another Golf Week spotlight for you guys. This week, we're going to do things different. We're going to talk a little bit about our point system we have going on this year. It's going to be a lot of fun. I suggest everybody gets in it on the Golf Week Am Tour. Throw your money in. Listen, we're trying to build a big pool here. Everybody wants to win some fucking money at the end of the year. I know you all do. That's what it's all about. But we have a fun podcast here for you guys. Adam's in studio. We got Florida Mike on the other end. He's going to throw some tips out there for us. But Adam, why don't you take over the mic, buddy? What do we got going on this episode?
Well, today we're going to talk about a lot of different things going on this coming 2025 season. We're going to talk a little bit about some of our top events of the year, and we're going to talk about the New York Upstate exclusive point system that we're going to run this season for anyone who's interested in getting in it.
Yes, sir. Adam, talking to the mic, sir. Talking to the mic.
That's
because you're not. Yeah, I tell you this over and over again. Talking to the mic so we get good quality for the podcast.
Well, I have so many mics right now. So
I know you do.
Know which one to talk into.
I'm sorry. Just talk into this mic. The other mic, sir. The other mic will pick it up, sir.
I feel like Diddy in the studio.
You should. But we have a fun podcast again. We have an awesome season coming, guys. This season looks fucking lights out. Well done, Adam. Well done. Oh, I'm sorry. He just pointed to me. I got to watch my language. Anyways, I got to watch my language, guys. I'm sorry. I get excited. I get a little excited here on the podcast. Anyways, we're going to have this point system going. We have an amazing schedule. Adam, tell a little bit about this schedule first off, buddy.
Well, I mean, for those who are aware already and the members and those who aren't members, we got a lot of exciting events. I truly believe that in the 4 years that we've been running, this is probably our best schedule to date. Not only do we have, exclusive courses that we played in the past for our 2 days, like the Ranch, Crump and Fox. This year we're playing Turning Stone 2 days instead of the one. So that's going to be exciting because I feel a lot of the guys are going to be there overnight. So that's going to be fun.
Yes,
at the end of the round on the day one, guys will be over at the casino or doing something together as a big group, maybe having a big dinner together. But, that's exciting. We got McGregor, which is another 2-day. Freer Park to kick off the season, which, is exciting that this year we're having a 2-day. So that's going to be a fun start right off the rip. Guys can play with day one and, I have a chance day 2 to make a move. They're going to have that competitive nature right off the rip.
Let's go.
Listen. But, the exciting part is getting some private courses this year between Albany Country Club, Pine Haven, as well as Country Club of Troy and Orchards Golf Club, which is in Western Mass for all of the Western Mass guys. they're able to join the New York Upstate as well and play in courses that are local between Crump and Fox, the Ranch, and Orchards Golf Club. So
yes, sir.
It's exciting. It's spread out. I know I wish I could have gone farther west, Syracuse, Rochester area, but it just makes it very difficult. But the goal ultimately is to have a few out there as well.
Yes, sir. All right, Adam, tell the guys a little bit about our point system that you and I thought of for this upcoming season.
All right. Yeah, I mean, in the first year we ever ran it back in 2022, we just played throughout the year, as we were starting off, which was what most tours do when they first start out.
Sure.
Obviously, the second year we did something, similar based on the points, but it made it a little bit more difficult because with the Golf Week Am Tour, it's a flighted handicap system. So, you might start off in C flight and then be in C flight majority of the year and do well. And then all of a sudden, 2 to 3 rounds left in the season, you could be bumped to B and you're going to lose some points as you get flighted up.
Yeah.
And then last year we did something where we gave, some percentages out of each entry or each round and paid out the flight winners for each flight. So
yeah, that
worked out a lot better, but it wasn't as appetizing as I would have liked it.
It's a great word, Adam. Appetizing is a great word.
Yeah, because as there was a couple of our flights that some of the guys played so well. I mean, Craig Schoonmaker won, handsomely in his flight in C flight, and then Will Gocke won handsomely in A flight.
They're such handsome men.
So, it was at the point where, some of the guys just didn't want to play towards the end of the year because, they were saying, well, I mean, if I'm going to try to play for some money, I'm already out of the flight. So I might as well just, rest up and keep my handicap fresh for nationals.
Yeah, no, listen, I get the justification for it because listen, nationals, it's what we're all competing to get to. We really are, and it's tough because that handicap system with nationals, we're trying to keep everything fair for all of us golfers. We really are, Adam.
Yeah.
And it's a flighted system and everything, but we're all in this golf community, in this family together, brother. And I want to beat your ass this year, man. I'm not going to lie. I want to beat your ass this year in this point system.
That's it.
So what's this idea that we have going on maybe for the season?
Well, I mean, the first idea is potentially getting me water. No, just kidding. I'm still parched.
Okay.
No.
I got you.
So this year, we're doing something different. So instead of taking the risk of moving to a flight where, you work hard in a certain flight all year, and then, at the end of the year, you got moved. Like, for example, my first year, I was in A flight, and then I played well. And at the end of, I think it was the second event of the year left, I got moved to champ. And then the guy who was first at that point in A, Tom Mayone, he got bumped to champ on the last event of the year. So it made everybody shift in the flight. So we wanted to implement something that's going to be exciting for the 2025 members. This is exclusively only for New York Upstate members and New York Upstate events, not including the senior tour. So basically what it is pretty simple. At the beginning of the year, when you first play your event, if you're interested, it's optional. It's not something that is required. But if you're interested in the flight, in the New York Upstate Cup standing points, it's going to be $5 per guy. You can just pay at the first event that you play if you're going to be in it. And basically all flights are going to be in one big list. So we're going to have like the FedEx Cup. We're going to have the points based on everybody combined. Now, some people are saying, well, some of the guys win a few times during the year. I only win maybe once. I maybe get a lot of seconds. Maybe I don't win. Well, we came up with a great point system that's going to work based on how many people are in your flight for that particular event. So, we'll get into that a little bit soon, but it's definitely going to be a fair and competitive points race going for the 2025 season. And if you think about it, if 100 members get in, that's $7,500 in the end of the year point standing.
Point. And guys, it'll be fun. It'll be fun to talk about every week on this podcast, like the chase. That's what we're trying to push with this podcast. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll have the board going. We have a board over here. Adam sees it, and it'll be fun to talk about, Adam. I don't know if you agree, man. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the golfers out on the PGA Tour, when you watch them, I mean, it's a huge thing. Every event that they play by their name, they show their FedEx point standing.
Yep.
Even at Pebble Beach this past weekend, you see, Scotty Scheffler is number 1 in the world, but right now he's 108th in the FedEx point standings. Obviously, he's going to be up there by the end of the year. But it's definitely something that the PGA finds very important. Obviously, in the FedEx Cup, that's where the big money is made. I believe Jordan Spieth made, $8 million or something that 1 year.
Many dollars.
I think it's 8 or 10 million that they make. It could be more now because of Live. PGA pays out a lot more than they used to, but it's going to be something where you play hard. It's obviously there's no commitment to play in every event, but it just gives you an incentive to say, okay, I'm going to shoot for that, and I'm going to try to win some big money this year. Because everybody has a shot.
I love it. I love it, Adam. I agree 1,000%. Everybody does have a shot. You just have to show up to these golf tournaments, guys. You just have to show up to these golf tournaments and try and play and try to win it. And again, we understand that listen, I'm in sea flight. So I understand, guys. Our getting in the top 3 is going to be a lot harder than Adam coming in and competing against 3 or 4 people every week. And we get it. We see the fields out there. We see the fields. And I want to make sure that it's fair. I want to make sure it's fair for everybody, Adam. I'll assure it, guys. I will definitely assure. I'll make sure Adam's staying on top of it, and the system is fair, buddy. But Adam, go over the system. We'll go over the system we have. I see you have the piece of paper out here.
Well, I mean, first off, we should bring in Florida Mike too. He's he's been quiet over there.
All right. So
what do you think? What do you think so far, Florida Mike?
Florida Mike. First of all, shout out Florida Mike. Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Oh yeah, no problem. Hey, listen, I enjoy listening to you guys talk, so it's not a big deal. You guys are talking about your tour.
Yeah,
I love listening to the ideas. So I just sit back and just let my brain take it all in.
No, I just looked up on the screen because we were so into our conversation that we forgot he was in there.
Yeah, bam.
No, we got Florida Mike with us, guys. We got Florida Mike. Don't forget about Florida Mike, everybody. Shout out Florida Mike. We love you down there, dog. Listen, our tour guys are looking to play with you now, I think. I don't know. Ed came down for you. I know he did.
Dave Cokes was down there.
Dave Cokes was down there, and Ed.
Did he have his lobster pants on?
No.
Oh, no, he didn't.
I don't think so. I didn't look at his pants, but I don't think he did.
Sure, he had them flashy pants, though.
He's a very well-dressed man here in upstate New York.
They were both awesome. I talked to Ed for a little bit. It was cool, because I was chipping on the green, and all of a sudden I just hear in the background, Florida Mike. I was like, "What's up?"
Florida Mike.
Yeah, that's awesome. I always love when I look at some of the schedules and the leaderboards and stuff throughout the weekends, and I see some of the guys. Like I wasn't even aware that Dave Cokes was down in Florida until I looked and saw how you were doing in that tournament in Florida, and I looked at some of the skins because I know Steve Calhoun and some of the other guys in the North Central Florida, and then I saw Dave Cokes, and I'm like, oh wow, he's a quiet. Yeah. He showed up in some of our events with his flashy pants, happy guy. He leaves,
That's awesome.
Flashy pants, and he's down in Florida, just living life. And Evan down there too.
He had the lobster pants at the at Highland, right?
Yeah, was it Highland Red Lobsters.
Red Lobsters, day 2.
I feel bad for him because that golf course is generally perfect. I mean, it is a great golf course, but unfortunately, the night before we got a torrential downpour for about 4 hours. So the greens went from 12s to 8s, and you can see from some of the scores there. It was a tough day on the greens.
Yeah, man, for sure, buddy. What did you end up shooting?
88. So
good score.
So you know how like you guys have been following me. So I've been struggling at the beginning.
Yeah.
Well, the last few rounds I've been out, I've been really working on that. You know, course management especially plays a big part because I know I can hit the ball. I know I can play. You know, so I start off pretty good. I did get a silly triple because my ball just took a terrible bounce into the water. But I had 5 pars and 1 triple in 6 holes. So I thought that was pretty good. And then I struggled in the middle, and then I went 1 under through the final 4 and won me a skin for 156. So it was a pretty good day.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a great day. That's a great day. Shout out for your skin, man.
Yeah,
Shout
I mean, that paid for your day.
And paid for the day, plus a little more extra money in my pocket, you know?
Yeah, buddy. You got to that extra money. Keep putting that extra money in your back pocket for that Crump and Fox trip, brother.
It's
the back pocket for that Crump and Fox trip. You know, it's going to be a great time, brother. It's gonna
I got a little side bucket right there in the closet for all the change and everything for it.
I already know you do.
Nice.
I already know it's going to be a blast. It's really going to be a blast that weekend, dude. I can't.
Like I said, though, we're going to have a lot of fun, and I'm just telling you right now, and it probably is not going to be wise because I'm not going to get a practice round there, but I am attacking every pin because this major does not count for me. So the skins do. So I'm going to go balls out, super aggressive, and just see what happens.
You can too, because Crump and Fox, the greens are extremely receptive. You can actually, I mean, if you're putting some pretty decent spin on your irons, you're going to go there and you're going to have no issues. They're not spinning back, 30 feet. I mean, they're sticking. One hop.
Okay.
That's a lot of those greens in the Massachusetts area are like that. I mean, you literally one hop stop on these.
That's perfect. I'm a high ball hitter, so.
Yeah, you'll have no problem then. High ball hitters, I'm a high ball hitter myself, Crump and Fox, you just throw darts and they just stick. You know?
It might be a ginger thing. High ball hitters might be a ginger thing.
Is it a ginger?
Yeah, we're like the fireballs at the casino.
I love that. Right.
You get 4 gingers in a row, you hit the bonus.
That's right.
Get out of the way, baby. Get out of the way.
So what is Crump and Fox's defense?
Adam, go ahead. What's Crump and
Fox's defense is a lot of elevation, some tight holes, and a lot of woods.
He said tight holes.
Yeah, tight holes. Yeah, I mean it ain't no 4 cent person, but I mean Crump and Fox is definitely a great course. I know there's that par 5 that has water to your left the whole way down. And it's really hard to go there in 2 because it's almost like a mid-island green. So it's a halfway island green. So you can try to be aggressive. Last year, somebody in my group hit, a solid shot and got on close. But you just, it's just there's a lot of water for this particular area.
Okay.
A lot of trees, bunkers, a lot of elevation.
Keep talking. I'm going to bring it up.
Big dog rights. It's a very upkept course. I mean, even the first hole is pretty intimidating because on the right hand side it's a big tree. It goes uphill and it dogs back down. Dog rights to the right, and
okay.
You'd only have about 240 to the corner. So if you hit a driver left, you're going to be probably gone. And it's just a tough shot because it goes down to a 25-foot elevated green. So it's tough. And behind it is just basically a cliff. So,
okay. Anthony knows from watching me at Nationals that I enjoyed going over trees and cutting off dog legs. Can I do that on those dog leg rights? Can I just go cut the corner and go over the trees?
I mean, a lot of the courses.
I'm a lefty, so I can't draw a driver.
I think the front 9 is a little bit more narrow. I mean, like hole 9, for example, at Crump and Fox is a really cool par 3. It's about 165, 175.
Is that the 8th hole?
It's the 9th.
The 9th.
And then behind the hole is the parking lot. So if you overhit your par 3, you're in the parking lot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you don't want to park too close to hole 9.
Good to know. Oh, I am not driving, so it don't matter.
Yeah.
Par 3 on a 9, huh?
Yeah, par 3 on hole 9. Yeah.
I feel like that doesn't happen too many golf courses.
All right, I got a screen share here for you guys. I'm going to screen share here.
Okay.
And add, you could check it out for yourself, brother. I'm going to bring it up. And you have questions, I got answers for you, buddy.
I've already looked it up on 18 Birdies a couple times.
Yeah, you'll like the course. I mean, from the range, which is just above the first hole, so you're hitting balls looking down on the first hole, seeing people tee off, and then there's a nice little putting green just right of the first hole. That's the first hole right there.
Yes,
which is nice. I don't know if you can see that.
Hold on. No, he can't see it. I'm sorry. My bad. Now he can see it.
Yes, that's the first hole I was talking about. Is
oh man.
So where the guys are playing right now, those are white tees. So that's where C and D usually play. But you can tell that just on the right hand side, there's that big tree about 210 yards to the right.
Right into my cut swing with my driver as a lefty.
It's an intimidating hole to start your round, but you could definitely gain a lot of strokes by hitting a good tee shot.
I want to bring that. I want to bring the signature hole. It's 8.
Yeah, that's
right
8.
There.
Yeah, number 8.
All right, so I got the screen share. All right.
Yeah, so that's number 8. That's the par 5 right there. So your tee box is up on the right-hand side, outside of the screen, and then all the way down, it just gets narrower and narrower with the fairway, and then to the left-hand side is the green. So you can hit a good drive if you're long, and you can get in there in 2, but there's bunkers right behind the green too. So that's a tough par 5. Definitely.
Good luck. Good luck. That's all I have to say. Good luck.
That is not a lefty hole, just so everybody knows.
No, he said it's not a lefty hole.
That is not a lefty hole.
The guy in our group that hits a great draw with his driver, and he refused to hit a driver on that because it was too risky. So he ended up hitting a 3-iron.
Mike, are you seeing this on your end? Because I'm on a different screen. Me scrolling.
Yeah. Right. I see like an elevated green right there.
Go up to hole 9.
Up to hole 9. Okay.
Yeah, so there's hole 9, the par 3, which is it's a great hole. You're elevated. It's 200 or it's a 160 for you guys, 177 for A and Champ. But right behind that picture is the parking lot. So
okay, nice.
Yes, and
don't go long.
I've been in that parking lot many times, guys. I've been in that parking lot.
Asphalt golf, it doesn't matter. There's no pictures on the scorecard.
Yeah, like we can show one more picture, but basically Crump and Fox in a nutshell is about hole 10, what you were just looking at.
Yes.
It looks nice.
Yeah, something like that. Just a lot of elevated greens, very kept well. The rough is pretty thick. You just got to be accurate off the tee, and you should do just fine on that course. But definitely is a challenge in itself. The par 3s, in my opinion, make that course pretty challenging because they're all hard, the par 3s.
What kind of rough you guys got up there? I know you guys got way different grass than we do.
Yeah, I mean Bermuda is sticky, and you can either be.
Oh, you get the thick shit, right?
No, I mean,
sorry.
It's just bent grass. So, I mean, it's
okay.
I find the rough in our area to be a little bit more hittable than the Bermuda in the sense that you don't have to worry about flyers as much as you would in the Bermuda, but some courses up in New York are real thick. I mean, Bethpage Black is, probably the thickest rough I've ever played out of. And, you break your wrist hitting out of that. But Crump and Fox is, it's not too bad. I mean, you just got to give it a little more oomph, punch it out a little bit harder. That's all.
Sure.
Easy day.
So that sounds like a challenge.
Yes. Adam, I want you to, before we go to a short intermission, I want you to go over for the guys our little point system that we had kind of figured out, buddy.
Yeah. So, I mean, going back to the point system, obviously we explained that we're going to be adding all of New York Upstate guys who are in it. Again, it's optional. It's not required. It's going to be $75 to get into the point race paid at your first event. I mean, for example, as we did last year with Champ through D, we're not doing that. So, Anthony's going to be on the same list I am, as well as all of our D flight guys with our Champ guys. And people are going to say, well, how am I going to have a chance? Well, statistically, our Champ flight, A flight, and sometimes our B is not as filled as our C's and D's. So in order to make it fair, for example, if you have 1 through 9 in your flight for that day for a tournament, first place would win 275 points. If you have 10 through 19 in your particular flight you play in, if you win first, it's 350 points. So just right there, somebody beating a few people compared to somebody beating, 10 to 19 players deserve a little bit more in points. So that's where the 350.
Let me ask you, what if I came in third place in C flight with a flight of 15 guys, and when I came in third place,
So if he came in third place, that would be 260 points.
All right. 260
and
points.
If you look at 260 points in third place with 15 guys, third place, if you had 3 guys in champ, where you had 1 through 9 guys, that would be only 150. So you're talking a difference of 110 points between third with 15 guys compared to third with 3 or 4 guys in a certain flight. So not only is it going to push it to be fair and competitive, but it's going to push champ guys and A flight guys to play and be competitive in that, regardless of how many there are, because those extra points could make a big difference towards the end. Now, if you go through 20 through 29 in a flight, which we've had a few times in both C and D last year, first place with, let's just say, 25 guys played in D flight, that would be 425 points for first. And let's just say you're 25th of the actual tournament, that's 70 points. Compared to, 9th place in 1 through 9 with champ, that's only 50. So even 25 place, you're going to still make 20 points more than somebody who went 9th out of 9.
Right.
So
we're making it very fair, guys. We really are making it very fair.
I mean, it's every flight. The more you have in your flight, the points increase, substantially. So the nice thing about it is that, you come and play in an event and you win your flight, for that particular event, you're going to make a lot of points, and then you're going to want to come more. And then let's just say you get 5th, but the guy who won 6th, got 5th, first. It's going to be competitive the whole year. Everybody's going to be close in the list. Everybody's going to be right up there towards the end. It's going to have people be, playing events more. Yeah. The end of the year at the ranch for the tour finale could have huge implications on playing, because you might be only 400 points from making, the difference between, $80 or 300,
right?
By just playing good. So it's just going to allow us not worrying about playing well. We obviously want everybody to play well. That bug in the studio right now looks like a hummingbird.
Are you losing your mind right now,
What
too?
is that?
I have no idea.
I think spring is here.
Spring is here. We have bugs.
Dropped off your water.
We have bugs.
Yeah, I haven't gotten that water yet.
No, I'm going to go get that water.
But anyway, so, I mean, essentially, for those listening who are, again, it's only for New York Upstate guys. It's not for anybody else. You don't get points for playing somewhere else either. These are strictly just New York Upstate events. You can see that, it's going to be exciting. Everybody's going to be on the same list. We're not going to have to worry about somebody being in C flight and plays really well, and they're worried about getting moved up, so they just play a little bit less.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to get moved up and lose their points. You're never going to lose points because everybody's going to be on one list for the New York Upstate points race.
Love it.
And there's going to be a lot of money. Like I said, if 100 guys signed up, obviously we want to get 200 members.
Yeah.
If even half the field at 100 sign up, that's $7,500 for, at the end of the year to pay out. And we're going to pay out, I believe, the top 15, I think we said.
It's going to be, we're going to make it fair. Again, we're going to make, you guys are going to walk away with some money in your pockets if you are a part of this thing, guys. I promise you.
Yeah, there's gonna be good money in the pot.
Absolutely. I'm gonna take a short intermission because I have to go kill this bug. It's driving me nuts right now.
Adam, get water.
I don't know if you agree with me right now. Yeah. We're gonna get.
I can't even tell what kind of bug this is. Like, I don't know if it's a fly, if it's a wasp. It looks literally like a bee.
It's giant and it loves the light.
Is that Florida Mike's gift that he sent you in the envelope or something?
I don't know.
That's right.
I have no idea.
That has to go through U.S. Customs. They want to make sure that that bug is protected and safe.
Trying to bring you some of that Crystal River spring water.
Yeah. Maybe it's pollinating the water for me. I don't know.
That's right.
Because his wife's not pollinating the water for me.
We're gonna go to a short ad. Yours truly, Adam, who has this just a beautiful voice for these ads. I don't know. I might have to pay this guy. I really might have to pay this guy for these things. But shout out Jared from Northeastern Insurance for getting this huge sponsor. And check this ad read out from my guy, man. Check this ad read out. I love it.
Hey there, golfers. Before we dive back into the podcast, I want to take a quick moment to talk about someone who's got your back both on and off the course. Jared Lozier with the Northeastern Insurance Agency. Whether you're running a golf business, managing a pro shop, or just looking to protect what matters most in your personal life, Jared and his team at Northeastern Insurance have you covered. From business insurance to personal policies, they'll help you find the right coverage at the best value. Here's a pro tip for all you golfers out there. Make sure your golf clubs are protected too. Jared can help you add them to your home or personal articles policy so you're covered in case of loss, theft, or damage. Because let's face it, replacing your favorite driver isn't cheap. So next time you're looking to upgrade your coverage or need expert advice, give Jared Lozier a call at 518-956-3753 or shoot him an email at jaredl@nemail.com. Swing and know better protection today.
All right, we are back after that break. Adam had his smoke. We have some water in the system, right, Adam? You good?
Yeah, I was mid-sip.
You were mid-sip. Adam killed the bug. Adam, did you get it?
I got it. Yeah, it was a beetle. It looked definitely like a North Central Florida beetle.
A North Central Florida beetle.
Hey, man, just trying to send some warm up there, you know?
That's your spirit animal, a flying beetle.
That's right.
Oh, I love that
Do
so
you drive
much.
a Volkswagen beetle?
Florida
No, I don't, because they come with flowers, and I refuse.
Okay,
Yeah.
I love that. I love that so
Yeah.
much. All right, let's open it up to questions and answers, boss. Let's open it up to questions and answers. And there was actually one already on the board, right? Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Adam?
recapping, if you're just joining us, hopefully you're not. Hopefully you listen to the podcast. Obviously, we got Facebook Live going. So we're talking about our point system, which everybody in all flights are going to be combined for New York Upstate only. But Ed DeLucia asks, will the majors be worth more points with this system that we brought up? Yes, it would be double. So, for example, if first place in a single day for Champ Flight with 7 guys is 275, that's going to be 550 points for the 2-day majors. First place for 10 through 19 is 350 for first in a 1-day. So obviously that's going to be 700 points.
Again.
So you can see the difference. That's 150 points between 1 through 9 players through 10 through 19. But the players that are going to be in 1 through 9 are going to be able to catch up and keep up with those who do successfully on the tour with a larger group. So, it's definitely going to be competitive all the way through.
Again, guys, I am keeping an eye on these Champ Flight guys because us C&D guys, we want to beat those Champ guys, don't we?
I mean, listen, if a D flight or a C flight shoot better than me this year, then we'll have to talk.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe we'll have a little prize for anybody who can beat me gross in C through D. It'll probably be the first. It'll probably be the first round because it seems like every year I have this one round where I completely forget how to play golf, and it's just a nightmare. It's just a horror show that I just want to leave, but I can't do that as a director. It would just be really bad if I just withdraw. Yeah. I mean, I could say I'm like Tiger and just fake like a back injury or something because I am 41 now, so I'm getting old.
Those aren't allowed.
No, they're not going to believe me. No, just got to keep hacking away. Just keep hacking away. It's just like some days mowing the lawns is good, and some days you got to hack it off. You got to hack it more.
Sometimes it hurts tying our shoes a little more days than others, right? As we get older.
Yeah.
No, I know.
I mean, listen. Sometimes you're the windshield. Sometimes you're the bug.
That's it. That's it. Sometimes you're the beetle flying around in the fan, and next thing you know, you're now dead on the dresser.
that is
every round is different.
Every round is very different. I love that. Any more questions for our Golf Week amateur family that are showing up on the board there? Adam?
I mean, Damon asked earlier, Damon Adams, he asked if how were the points initially assessed, and based on that question, they weren't really assessed in any specific way. I sat down and really thought about a fair system that will work based on the PGA Tour. For a PGA Tour event, I believe it's 500 points that they get for winning a actual event. But some guys are saying, because this was the issue, is that a lot of guys would say, why don't we just have like a FedEx points? And I said, okay, but we can't really do that because there's 5 different flights, at the time. So this, it would be difficult to say Adam, who won a tournament with 3 guys, gets 500 points, and then somebody who won a tournament with 19 guys in their flight gets the same point. So we came up with a valid, fair point system that, like we said, it's going to keep it competitive, and everybody's going to be on the same list now. There's not going to be based on flights. Obviously, you're going to still have your points nationally.
Yeah, we need
that's not going to change. You're going to have your points in every flight. Those are going to be listed on the website. Obviously, that's something that the national does. But we're going to have our own battles out there for the New York Upstate points race. And who knows?
Essentially, every time you go to a tournament, you're battling for double the points because you're playing for the national points and your own points.
Sure, and then those 2-day majors,
those
2-day majors are going to be that much more important because of the fact that those points are going to be double, and you're not going to want to miss the 2-day majors. Just like pros on the PGA Tour and so forth, they don't want to miss majors either because they mean so much in the scheme of their season that we're hoping to implement that this year with the tour guys. They might say, well, I can't play on Memorial Day weekend because on Monday and Sunday, I have to go hang out on the boat. Well, you better play at 8 a.m. so you get home by 1 o'clock to go fishing at that point because, it's going to make sure that those guys play.
No,
you're going to have to be late for your little hot dog barbecue or, you're going to have to miss, whatever you do. But it's just going to be a fun way for guys to get out there and have something more to compete for and experience, having a competition like this, with the full on field where everybody's battling.
Sure. And listen, we got Florida Mike on the other end. What do you got, Florida Mike? For these guys are going to all tune in and listen to the podcast after, I am sure. They're all watching it live, but they want to know what Florida Mike thinks about our point system and what we have going on here in upstate New York, brother. Spit it.
Well, I mean, that's one of the cool things about Golf Week, right? Is that, especially as a respectable tour director for that area or just for Golf Week in general, they allow you some freedoms to help the tour and help out the tour director. So any positive idea is a great idea, in my opinion. And the only way to find out if it works and people are happy is to run it, right?
Sure.
Like our tour directors wanted to do something more competitive than closest to the pins on par 3s, right? So, and not to mention, sadly, there are some times where people cheat on close to the pins, where they go measure and they're like, oh man, I'm short to win this by an inch, so let me just give myself 2 inches. Like, it's been done. It's like, it happens. Why? I have no idea, because it's like $40, but whatever. So what we're doing is Texas Hold'em and on the par 3s. So for every green you hit on a par 3, you get a card. Every birdie you hit, you get another card, right? So you could have potential 8 cards, and then you get your cards at the end of the tournament. The tour director, Brandon, or Steve will flop, turn, and river. Deuces are wild. Whoever makes the best hand wins $100.
Yeah.
So
I love it. Shout out, by the way. Shout out Brandon, because he came on our podcast and we had a ton of fun. Listen, we have a ball on this podcast, don't we, Adam?
Yeah.
Regardless.
Now, the one thing I was going to talk about too that makes it exciting, and this is another thing that most people won't think of, But being that these point systems is New York upstate only, however, when Florida Mike goes down to Crump and Fox, and if he actually takes the win, boom, he just took out those points.
Oh,
So
I like
Yeah,
that.
I think I get 80%, I think.
All right.
yeah, so like if Mike comes down and plays Crump and Fox, and he wins, and there's 20 guys in C flight, so he would get 950 or 850 points. Well, those 850 points are gone now because Mike can't win. He can't play in the New York Upstate point standing. So that's going to be something that the New York Upstate guys are going to have to get used to, and beating guys from other flights.
I like it.
Like right now, Turning Stone, I think we have guys from Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay.
We got a guy coming up from North
So
Carolina.
we're like the wild cards.
Yeah, so you're going to have the nice thing about this tour is that you do have players.
Put that target on my back, baby.
So they're going to be coming in, they're going to be competing, and they're going to be possibly taking your points. So you got to try to beat them out just like you do when you go to nationals. You got to beat guys from other parts of the country. You got to beat other regions.
I love it, dude.
It's just going to be that much more exciting because, you'll have, at the ranch, let's just say 2 guys from Florida come up in your flight, and you're only, you got to get in the top 3. Well, you have 2 other guys that can take those points away from everybody. So it's going to be that, it's going to be interesting.
I love it.
Florida Mike does take briberies.
Florida Mike is over on the other end, guys, just because you guys can't see him. I'm sure they'll all be tuning into this YouTube special. But Florida Mike's over there grinding or doing this, and he's
licking my chops.
Licking his chops is the exact words I should be saying, because he's ready to be battling us, man.
Yeah.
Battling us. Let's go.
It's going to be fun.
I love it.
I'll play the villain. Don't make me take those 850 something points. I like points.
I want
and that skin money.
I want you to be.
Oh yeah, I love the skin money. Skin money's great.
We don't want to give Florida any money on that Crump and Fox event in New York, guys.
No, you don't.
Get ready. Don't let Florida Mike come home with any of that Florida money.
Yes.
I might be in B flight though by the time that happens. So
you got to keep it in New York for tax purposes.
Right.
Shout out. Listen, Florida Mike's doing big things down there in Florida, and he's really helping out the podcast, guys. He really, 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 really is. Regardless, listen, we're all trying to grow this golf week amateur tour together, right? At the end of the day.
That's right.
Is that what we're all trying to do? Is that the goal?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I know it is, man.
That was
I need more people at nationals.
Yeah, I know. And that's what we need. And Dennis, when Dennis first started the tour, obviously it was so small. He just was a bunch of friends that he started. And eventually his ultimate goal was to just bring golfers throughout the country together as one and, have relationships.
Talk shit.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Watch my language. I know, but talk the crap. All right.
Yeah,
Talk the poo. Talk the poo.
Talk to Mike. Mike's over there. He's shaking his head. He's ready for it. Listen, he's taking numbers over there. Anybody that wants to try to beat Florida Mike's score down there in North Central Florida, come at it, baby. Come at it.
Come on, come to regionals. We've got an excellent lineup for the Florida regional tour.
I know you do. I already know you do,
Cabot
man.
Farms.
I know you do.
Cabot Farms, baby.
Florida Mike, you got anything else for the listeners, buddy? We're going to close things out here shortly, but you got anything else for the listeners up here in the upstate region that we're freezing our asses off while you're playing?
Today was actually nice.
Yeah. It was.
What was it, 26?
No, it was 41, and I came
Sunny?
home. I came home a little earlier from work today because I had to take care of something. I was doing shoveling. I know you probably don't, not shoveling like a ditch or anything. No, snow.
Okay.
I couldn't use the snowblower because it was not enough. Because last night we got about 1.5. And I sat there and finished my job, and the sun came out, and I felt like Superman in the Man of Steel. I just looked up in the sky, and I felt good. I felt revived. I'm ready to go. So I said, "Is Mohawk River open?" And I realized, no, it's not yet.
Well, maybe your snow equipment works as well in the wintertime as your football team.
We're
not at all.
Yeah, we just
Very
don't
funny.
after December. That's it. We're over.
That's it.
Speaking
You
of
guys, and then we vacation together.
to be honest, switching to football, I hope that it's not a rigged game that I believe it's going to be, if you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan watching, Mr. King David, I know you're a Chiefs fan, but I feel like the Chiefs are always getting weird calls, like the call where there was a second before the 2-minute warning, and they said, oh, they just roll it over into the 2-minute warning. I've never heard of that in my 35 years of watching football. Don't know what that is. Some made-up Patrick Mahomes gets catered to like I've never seen. So hopefully it's a good game. I hope Taylor Swift doesn't even show herself at the halftime show. If she does,
she'll be there. You already know. She got to control her puppets from the stand.
Show, and they're talking about him having some special guests, and I really hope it's not her. So,
oh good lord.
But I feel
100% that's that turd.
Chiefs are going to win 31-27. It's going to be a tough game.
No. Let's throw some predictions out. Let's throw
31-27 is what I said.
No, I don't like it.
That's my prediction.
He said 31-27 Chiefs. No. Go Birds, baby.
The referees will win.
He said the referees will win.
Eagles have zero shot.
Listen, he is a ginger. He is not wrong many times.
Fly,
no,
Eagles. Fly, baby.
Let's hope the Eagles win, but I'm going to say no. They're not going to win.
Chiefs 31, Eagles 27.
That was a hard no by Florida Mike.
Hard no.
Watch the full episode.
As long as Travis Kelce keeps getting pegged by Swift, the Chiefs will not lose a Super Bowl.
And wasn't it the Philadelphia mayor that spelled Eagles ELGES?
Yes, and there was an extra S in the beginning. It was like ESGL.
Yes,
yeah, the mayor.
You think you have a chance to go against the Chiefs and Taylor Swift? No chance.
Probably not.
No chance.
Resto, I know you're an Eagles fan, but you guys are going to lose again to Mahomes, just like Josh Allen.
Saquon just needs to like have a night of his life where he plays so good the referees can't call nothing.
No.
Keep the Chiefs off the field, and let's pray. I'm not even an Eagles fan, but I am on Super Bowl weekend, but they're not going to win.
No, it would be cool, but there's two things why the Eagles won't win. Taylor Swift and the referees, and the second reason why the Eagles won't win is because Philadelphia needs to be intact, and city can't be destroyed. So,
oh my God,
they need to keep Philly going.
Philly
strong.
I hope my guy Joe Perry is not watching this episode because he would beg to differ. He would beg
listen,
to differ.
if my Philadelphia Phillies win the World Series, then I probably would go down to Philly and climb the flagpoles just like they do, because it's been a long time coming, since Ryan Howard and the gang.
Wait, you're a Phillies fan?
Yeah, I'm a Phillies fan for baseball, the Packers for football. Shout out to Kevin Herter, from a local boy from the capital region. He just went to my Chicago Bulls. He got signed from Shenandoah.
Yeah.
Outside of where we are, and my hockey team is the Philadelphia Flyers.
Hold on, so you're a Bulls fan?
Yeah, Chicago. Michael Jordan, #1 GOAT.
Hey, okay, I have faith in you now.
A little bit. How does it feel sitting in the studio and looking at that? First, what are you looking at right there?
Oh, the Mets.
Yes, and then
what that reminds me of is just going through the slums of New York City and just seeing garbage on the side of the road. That's all it looks like to me.
Every time I see that, hear about the Mets, I just think of
nothing.
AAA baseball.
It's like when I think the Mets is like when you Google French war victories and zero results found.
Where are my Mets guys? I need
zero results
Mets
found.
Guys, you have no Mets guys.
Stop it.
Listen,
Stop it.
I was watching reruns of Saturday Night Live, and they had the ESPN. Maybe they had that body issue that they used to come out with. And who was the really good player on the Mets that was back around?
Bobby Bowe?
No, not he was on the Mets.
Mike Hamilton?
David Wright?
Maybe 10 years ago. Anyway, it was just one of the Mets, and they interviewed him.
Pretty sad that a Mets fan sitting next to you can't even pick out who that player is.
I don't know what he's
but
the
funny story is that in the actual article, the guy who was posing like this and he had no clothes on, the article, the interviewer says, is this embarrassing to you? And the Saturday Night Live Weekend Update guy goes, yes, it's it's not as embarrassing as being a Mets player, so
party har. really funny.
So he would
Adam.
rather
Good
be
joke.
naked than be a Mets player.
I got you.
But yeah, so yeah, that's my teams. I don't have any interest in New York teams. I never liked New York teams. I don't know why. I just probably just didn't have any interest, maybe because everybody else liked them around me. So yeah, that was my teams: the Flyers and the Phillies, the Bulls, and the Packers. But I do like LeBron. I know most people don't, but Luka going.
All right, I've just lost faith. You gained it back when you said a Bulls fan, and now I just completely lost it as soon as you said LeBum.
LeBron, I like LeBron. He's my age, you know. So when you watch LeBron, I don't care what people think of him. He's almost 41 years old, slam a jamming on people. I mean, I could barely get sometimes.
Kids too, I heard.
So and then they just signed Luka.
Mike.
They just signed Luka from
Florida
the Mavs.
We already know what is going on, right?
Ain't no party like a Diddy party, right? Right, LeBum?
Oh, yeah, LeBum.
Listen.
Yeah, listen. I know. I heard.
Heard all
Dude,
this.
20 plus years of flopping. I'm surprised he didn't get a freaking Grammy or an Emmy yet.
Yeah, he's yeah.
That's why I got you here.
How in the mother loving life are you a Bulls fan and then a LeBron fan? How is that even possible?
I don't know,
Keep
man.
it
I just
coming.
I think
That is illegal. Don't ever go to Chicago.
I was 19. I wouldn't say that, but Jordan was the man. I like Kobe. I thought Kobe was a great player. I like Stephen Curry. He's just a crazy shooter. I don't like the
So who's better, LeBron or Jordan?
Jordan, hands down.
Obviously.
Okay.
Jordan, without a doubt, is one of the most nastiest, cutthroat athletes I've ever watched. That Last Dance on ESPN.
It was a different game, dude.
It was amazing. Those 6
game.
episodes about how he was as a person, how he was as a player, and he had a different mindset. There was a story about Jordan where he went to a restaurant. He said hello to the coach that he was in the finals with. He didn't. He said, I'm with my family eating, and he didn't acknowledge Jordan, shake his hand. He got so mad that he swept him, and I think it was the Trailblazers.
I love it.
Portland Trailblazers coach. They were at dinner. He said hello. The coach forgot to say hello to him, and I think they swept him in that finals because he got that mad, Jordan. So that stuff is awesome to me.
Sure.
And so this is what I don't understand about like the Jordan legacy, because I think for one, the real story. Remember when the flu game?
Yeah,
of course.
So you know the real story to that, right? So everybody knows Jordan loves golf.
Yeah, that's right.
And Jordan was out gambling a lot of money.
Yeah,
and he was hammered when he went to the game. He didn't have the flu.
No,
he was hammered.
Yeah, he was playing some golf. He was on the Chicago tour.
Yeah.
So, the thing I love about, being in the age that I was and watching sports throughout my entire life, I mean, you got to witness the two biggest athletic cutthroat players between Jordan and Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods did not care one bit about you when he showed up to these events after he was an amateur and after he won, a couple of events on tour when he was the number one. I mean, he would show up. He wouldn't say a word to you. He would get dressed, go out, warm up, and just crush you on the golf course. And that was intimidating. I mean, obviously he had his circle of friends, but, he was amazing to watch in his prime, just like Jordan. I mean, literally the same time Jordan was winning.
So fun to watch.
We went right to Tiger, and we just saw his dominance. And now, obviously, it's cool to see a little bit of a lighter version of Tiger with the TGL League and stuff that's he's on, just seeing, him laughing at Kevin Kisner when he almost yanked one the stands.
Dismissal the flag from 15 feet.
But Tiger never, he still right now feels that could beat anybody at any given day.
As he should.
And it's just, it's awesome to see athletes like that. I mean, Serena Williams in tennis was like that. She was just so dominant. Every sport. I mean, Wayne Gretzky was like that back in the day. Then you had Crosby in hockey eventually with he was just smashing people.
You have to have that attitude, man.
Yeah.
You have to have that attitude to be a superstar in sports and to be a great one.
Yeah.
You have to kind of have that fuck you attitude. You really do. I'm sorry.
That's another quarter. That's another quarter in the jar. By this rate, you're going to have your nationals paid for soon.
Yes, we are.
But we're not going to have it aired. No, just But you know, so it's just you know, that's the exciting thing about sports. Obviously, LeBron has been doing it for a long time. Yeah, I mean, I give him respect. He's 40. He's still dunking on people. But obviously, he has a lot more flaws, and I feel like you know, he wasn't the mindset of Jordan. Even Kobe was like that. You know, the Black Mamba. I mean, he was just he was similar to Jordan. I thought sometimes he tried to be too much like him, and I think that lost a little bit of his you know,
one of my favorite. Can I
debate
give a
between him and Jordan?
One of my favorite Kobe Bryant. One of my favorite Kobe Bryant stories, guys. And I have this. Oh my God, dude, am I seeing another one of these things flying around?
It might be the same one because the other one was still, maybe he was just comatose.
Good Lord, this thing's flying around again, guys.
Spring's coming.
Flying around, spring's coming.
So before the bugs don't die, boys. I'm saying.
Listen, I have a really good memory of Kobe and his competitiveness, and it's one of like the best quotes that I have. Who did he play with? Pau Gasol, right?
Yeah.
It was Pau Gasol, and it was the Olympics, and I believe it was. I don't know if it was the bronze medal. It was a gold medal game.
Yeah, it was a gold medal game against Spain.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
And he literally made the first impression right off the bat, and he like ran fucking through him. Did he do something?
Oh yeah. Oh, he body checked the shit out of him. Body checked the stuff out of him.
He ran.
Yeah, like
he ran through him.
He literally ran.
He was on the sideline, and he went into the game, and he told his teammates, he goes, "I'm going to run through Pau Gasol."
Yeah.
Everybody like thought it was a joke, and so they get the ball, they pass it over to Gasol, or behind the guy behind, like he was setting a screen, and Kobe went right through him.
Yeah,
teammates for 9 years on the Lakers, won championships together.
Yeah,
and he did not care because he was not his teammate at that point.
No,
he set the tone, because after that they just dominated.
A walk. It was a walk.
I think they beat him by like 35 or something.
And that's what makes him a legend.
Yeah, and nobody would have even thought about doing that, but everybody on Team USA saw that, and they just got amped up. They couldn't believe they just saw.
They'll literally actually
this guy is going to go through his teammate.
For a win. I think Carmelo, Anthony, you could go find that the interview with Carmelo, because he was on the team at the time, and
I think LeBron was too.
Dude, they will literally all talk about this moment of Kobe, and I love that, dude. I love it. I love it so much, because again, it just brings back that nature of competitiveness and what we all want, right, brother?
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things that obviously with the golf tour, I mean, especially going back to the golf tour, I mean, we want to have fun. We want to, be competitive as well, which we're going to be with the point system and each round and handicaps and all that. But, we want to experience something that, in tournament golf that a lot of guys don't get. So, that's why I love the tour. That's why I love this point system that we're implementing. Definitely, get signed up if you're not a tour member yet. amateurgolftour.net. Definitely sign up so you get in. So you get in for the 2025 season. You should sign up now because there's a lot of regionals going on, and there's events that's starting this month, next month. So,
amen. And,
I know we're heading down to Washington, D.C. I mean, New Jersey is close to New York. Philadelphia. So there's a lot of courses that you can get out before May when we start in Fear Park. You can go join in some of the individual events.
Yeah.
If you're down in Florida, like Ed Vanaka and David Koch, go down there and play.
I agree 100%.
I know Brett Varney, and they're going down to North Carolina, I believe, this month or next. So that's another, guys that are, implementing that ability as a tour member, not only for New York, but they're, taking advantage of it and playing. So
I love that.
It's good to see when they do that.
Absolutely, man.
Jason Hotch and his dad are going to the 4-ball in Myrtle Beach. So
okay. All right, man. I love that so much. I really do. I love the growth of the game of golf. I care about it a lot. It's saved my life in many ways. I'm not going to go into the details. Love it so much. Love golf. Love what it's doing to me. And shout out everybody that's supporting me. The podcast family. Shout out Florida Mike down there. Love you, dog.
Love you, buddy.
Shout out Lombardi Golf. A huge part of this. How many putters do you think you're looking at, Adam, right now?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, I believe.
And I'm looking at
and 0 you can use effectively.
I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in that damn bug. Do you see it?
Yeah, it's on the grip.
Yeah,
it was on the grip earlier, but
son of a.
Yeah, I mean,
testing the texture.
One thing to make mention again is that if you're listening to this podcast and you want to see some hardcore competitive indoor battles, come February 8th to Bunker of North Greenbush, and come watch some amazing competition.
Yeah, man. Yeah, buddy.
And the Bunker, shout out to them for all they've done and hooking us up with some great deals. And
hell yeah.
Even Sean Madden, the director of the golf for the entire, we're going to have to get him on soon to the podcast, but he's going to give us a little something as well for our event.
Love it.
Courtesy of the Bunker. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Sweet.
Get signed up for outside for the Golf Week Am Tour, guys. You're missing out. Don't sit on the fence. Stop thinking about it. Just do it. Right, Florida Mike?
That's it. Just do it. You won't regret it. You will not regret it.
And shout out to all of those golfers out there wearing the Jordan sneaker cleats. Those things are sweet.
Okay.
But a lot of money. Since we were talking about Jordan, but
yeah.
Speaking of which, before we close, have you watched the TGL?
Yes.
What do you think of Ricky Fowler wearing glasses? Have you seen him?
Yeah.
It's weird. It is
weird.
Just unnatural.
Like a librarian that
he's getting old. He's getting older, but I don't know if it's a new thing now. I don't know if it's one of those glasses, those smart glasses, maybe.
Smart glasses.
I know they have smart glasses now that you can buy.
Yeah, they do. And they have the ones where you can like read putts on greens.
Really?
Oh, good.
Yeah, like you put them on, and it's like a computer.
You should
like a computer, and you look at the green from different angles, from the cup to where your ball is. And then you stand behind it, and you hit read, and it shows you the line.
When's your birthday, Farina? You might have to get those. Are they?
I can't. Number one, I don't know if Mike is serious right now, Florida.
No,
Mike.
it is.
Dead serious.
That's serious. Yeah.
He's saying it is serious.
Yeah. Rick Shields, if anybody watches YouTube golf, Rick Shields actually wears them and shows you how it works and stuff.
That's
Really?
sweet. I know. Like I was watching videos of the PGA show, and they're trying to roll out a new thing where it's single person carts. I don't know if you've seen those, but if you're listening,
they got two wheels, and I got actually at their golf shop, we have a 3-wheel, and it's a single person golf cart.
Oh, that's awesome. I always thought that would be, because these golf courses, they'll charge you the cart fee for the cart for the same people. It's like, oh yeah, and our cart fees are $40, but we're going to charge you each. And it's like, really?
Yeah. Florida Mike, I got to know what your thoughts of this being down there in Florida, being huge in the golf community, brother. Before we close things out, what are your thoughts
on what
of this golf cart, and single riders?
I think it's cool. It's a lot of fun. The one that we have at the golf shop, the 3-wheel, is very fast. For a golf cart, I think it was like 35. It's very comfortable. The 2-wheel ones I've seen, they're pretty sweet, but a lot of golf courses don't let you have them on the course.
Why?
Because
they're not getting the money for them, and 2, there's no. I don't know if it's like there's no if somebody goes out there and tears it up on their own little 2-wheel golf cart, how are you going to catch them? I guess maybe I don't know, but I'm sure there are. If you're a member somewhere. You do. I know some places, private courses, you have to buy a golf cart that's the same exact color as the ones they have. So, I mean, other than the golf course, I see a ton of them out on the road, sidewalks, neighborhoods, zooming around. But they're sweet. I like them. I think they're cool. I wish that people would let us use them more.
Yeah,
I agree.
And I think pace of play would probably be super fast.
Dude. So fast.
Yeah, so fast. You're not doing stupidity things, when alcohol is involved.
Exactly.
You can't really do
exactly. But could you imagine like a full tee sheet? Like you got like 140 dudes out there on little motorcycle golf carts. It would be hilarious.
I was this past year we played a town. It's called a Clash of Console Road, and it's between the Town of Colony Loop and the Schenectady Muni Loop. And I remember we were playing, and we were on one of the holes at Schenectady Muni, and we heard sirens to our left. There's a road that you couldn't see with the woods, and all of a sudden it gets louder and louder. It stops. And we're like, oh, okay, wow. It's like literally right there. And about 15 seconds later, 20 seconds later, a guy on a little tiny moped with a backpack, with a helmet and a face covering, scoots through the woods and starts going through the actual golf course while he was being chased by police. As police came through the woods, looking for him, he's taking off on a little tiny moped through the golf course while we're about to do it. And I'm like, only in Schenectady do you see something where a guy's on a little tiny moped. And
did he have the courtesy to ask if he could play through?
No, he just
rude.
He was just breezing. He didn't even acknowledge anybody. He just was like, I got to get out of here because he had a backpack. So he must have did something crazy. But you see,
can you imagine Adam being the hero and just like hitting him with a 175-mile-an-hour ball off the tee, drops him right in the fairway, and the cops tackle him?
Close enough where we could have probably jumped on him through the actual motorcycle. He was only about 10 feet from us. But the guy we were playing with was actually the golf pro at Schenectady Muni. And he was with us, and he's like, I wanted to throw my club, but then I realized he could have a gun, so I didn't want to do anything. It's like,
that's a good point.
Yeah, you don't want to listen. A lot of the young kids today are strapped. Yeah. You don't want to go at them,
especially not the golf pro of Schenectady Muni, and somebody playing your course gets shot because of you.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Chucking a Lombardi.
I'm telling you, you come down here to Florida and play a Muni, the golf pro may be strapped. I'm just saying.
I love it. I mean, if Anthony was there, we could have threw the block star at him. That would have been one with the spikes.
Adam, what are your thoughts? Again, one more time. What are your thoughts about the Lombardi Black Star before we close?
The Lombardi Black Star is going to be hilarious when you first look at it, and then when you put it in your hand and you take a putt with it, it's solid. It's pristine with the ball flight. It's a great looking putter once you get a feel for it. But all the Lombardis are great putters for what you need through golf at a discounted rate. So definitely take a look at them for sure. But the Black Star and the Diamonds are, in my opinion, my two favorite.
And they're the center shaft.
But I have not putted the Flame yet. I haven't the big Flame or the spiked Iron Maiden putter, whatever that one is. I don't know what Uncle Paulie's calling these putters nowadays, but I want him to see if he can make me a putter that looks like Tony the Tiger or something. I don't know. I had this morning. Well, they're great. I mean,
I think I got the Maglione coming.
Oh, good luck.
I mean, Uncle Paulie had to have been smoking. I don't know if he smoked cigarettes or pipes or cigars.
Lot of pipes.
All I know is that Uncle Paulie probably had a few too many drinks. And he was out there puffing a pipe, lit up his lighter, and he says, hot dang, I'm going to make a putter that looks like a flame. Sure enough, it's now for sale on LombardiGolf.com, so check it out.
That's awesome.
Putter. He uses it. I watched him use it on his Instagram. He's out there. Yeah, he was out there using it one time with his little one-handed putt, and he was drilling them. And I said, How is this putter? How is this putter making putts? And then you got the one with the spikes. I don't get what Uncle Paulie's doing, but for whatever reason, they work. And I feel like there's no difference. I mean, it's nice.
They're just different. That's why they're just different than those normal ones you see. Those boring ones you see.
You're used to Odysseys. You're used to Scotty Camerons. Labs, Cobra, and then you grab the Lombardi Flame, and all of a sudden you're like, this actually feels good. It feels no different than my putter at home. So,
dude, I saw Anthony at Nationals rocking the Diamond. I was like, good God, that thing is bright. I even walked up to him. I was like, this is your putter? I said. Sorry,
excuse my
but no, the Blue Diamond is it's like I first saw it at Turning Stone when we played. You had the Blue Diamond, and I was like, let me see this thing. And I was like, this thing can't be real. And all of a sudden, I took a putt from like 45 feet.
Hold on a minute.
I just
hold
missed
on.
it.
I think I have it. Hold on.
You might have it, but I just missed it. I was like, what is this? I mean, they're no joke.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Thing. Look at this club, dude. This club. Go check it out, Shannon. Show Shannon this thing. Golf's an easy game, bro. Come on. Like,
You better be careful, Eddie.
dude.
Eddie, I'm coming for you tomorrow.
I'm telling you.
This is my eagle putt.
Let's go. Come on now. Come on now. Stop it.
Yeah, they're good putters. I'm not gonna lie. If you're looking for something that's a discounted rate where you're not gonna find a better price, and you're looking for something that's gonna be in your bag for a while, then check it out. There's no reason to spend a lot of money if you're not, if you're not a, competitive, real competitive, playing big time matches, and you really feel like you need to have, that expensive putter, then I'll go for it. But if you're just looking to get something different or something as a gift for somebody,
It's something cool, dude. Like you
just,
said, the
and what is
cool.
it? Upstate promo code.
Yeah.
Use Upstate. Yeah.
Upstate, you get a hefty discount. So
huge discount, about 30%.
and
maybe.
it's made of.
And I will say, even though I was a lefty, when I grabbed Anthony's putter, because I was just like, "Holy cow! Like, what is this?" And I'm not gonna lie, it was nice. Yeah. I even made a putt. I even hit a putt with it. It was right-handed. And it felt great, balanced. I love heavy, so it was perfect. But it was just cool to see something different on the green.
I mean, it's a good putter. I mean, I know that the Golf Week Am Tour is also sponsored by Shrixon. So Shrixon makes, in my opinion, some awesome irons. I have them myself. I really find that they're very, very solid. There's a lot of good clubs out there get fitted, but for the putter, in my opinion, it's a little bit different than a fitting because, it's all about feel. Sure. And try a Lombardi. I mean, go for it. I mean, you're going to save a lot of money, and you're going to like it. I mean, I know
you won't regret it.
I know it's real popular on our tour now. A lot of the guys have it. We have a lot of good giveaways, and maybe even we'll have a giveaway for maybe this weekend at the indoor golf. I don't know.
Who knows?
Also, for the first 10 people who become members, going right as of right now, the first 10 people who are becoming Golf Week Am Tour members, we're going to have a little raffle.
We are. We're going to spin that wheel, baby.
We're for one of the Lombardis.
Wheel. So we love spinning the wheel here. Yeah, man, a lot of fun. And I know our guy down there in Dallas, check your mail in about 3 or 4 days, buddy.
Dallas, and then Cephas likes his.
Yes.
And also,
we're spreading that Lombardi love, baby. That's the bottom line.
And like we said before, we got for those New York Upstate members, we're going to have an awesome year. The point system is going to be phenomenal. We're going to have a great time this year talking about it on the podcast and competing all throughout the entire year.
Yep.
And I'm coming for you guys. Try to beat me. Try to beat Farina. Florida Mike's going to come down, Crump and Fox. He's going to take points away from you guys in New York Upstate, so you best beat him.
I'm giving the heart. Like you hear that on your end, that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's time for us to take the sweep at Nationals. New York Upstate is going to win all 5 collectively in 1 year. New York Upstate.
Wow, whoa.
Ones.
Ooh. He just called it. Is that like
Listen,
like when
I don't think that ever happened, but I know that I'm a big wrestler fan and WWE. If I win 1 year, all 5 flights, I want Dennis and the entire directors to start calling me the tribal chief and acknowledge me. I'm the one.
I would listen.
Dude, that would be nuts if anybody ever did that as a tour director and just all 5 flights are won by your region that same year.
Sweep.
Just a
guarantee that's never happened. That would be sweet.
It would be sweet though, but it should be. The statistic of that would be so hard.
So hard. But listen, let's push it, man, for the tour directors. Let's push it, man. Let's have a goal, right, brother?
Let's try. I mean, but I don't think it's going to happen. But
why not?
Yeah, it's not going to happen. I'm not on your guys' tour.
No. We need to get better. We need to get better overall here in New York. But you guys have an advantage because you're out there playing. We're in there playing winter golf. So.
Oh no, but no. Bunker golf keeps you loose now. There's no disadvantage there.
Loose like a goose.
He does. He's right.
But anyway, so we'll close down for all those watching on Facebook Live. Hope you had a good time. Sign up today, amateurgolftour.net, New York Upstate. Sign up right now. It's $110 as of now. Including in all of your memberships. You even get the $50 merch coupon that you can use in the pro shop, which I don't know if you guys checked it out. Really nice stuff on that. Under Armour and a lot of name brand items. And get ready for an exciting season. And for those playing this Saturday, you guys are playing for second because my team, team number 8, is going to get that dub, baby.
I agree. Listen, I love it. I love it so much. Also, do we have a raffle to run right now after this? Or are we
We're
going to
run a raffle on the Facebook Live after this. Yep.
All right. I love it, buddy. I love it so much. And Florida Mike, again, we really appreciate you for coming on the podcast, my guy. It means
Always
a lot.
a pleasure, my friend.
It means a lot for you helping grow the tour out, grow the podcast, man. Listen, we have the family up here. They're questioning Florida Mike. I say the kid loves the tour almost. I feel like he loves the tour and loves his podcast more than some of y'all. But no hard feelings to any of y'all listening. But the guy loves the tour, and he does a lot of good things for the podcast, guys. Love him so much.
Yeah.
But anybody else have anything to close it off? Adam, you good?
No, I'm good. AmateurGolfTour.net, UpstateGolfGuys.com for the podcast.
Yes, sir.
Lombardi Golf. Check out Northeastern Insurance, Jared, the bunker, as well as David Calise in the Airbnb mansion in Saratoga, which I drove by recently, and that place is big.
It looks sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
It looks really
I'm not
sweet.
gonna lie.
All right. I love it. And again, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for all the support. Oh, before I close off, guys, we have a ton of listens. We have a ton of follows on the podcast end, but nobody's really listening on the YouTube end. These episodes do go out on YouTube, usually like a couple days after the episode podcast drops, because I would prefer the listens than the podcast views. But if everybody could just go give the page like a subscribe and follow, because the YouTube end is really hard to grow. Not really getting many views on that end. I don't really care that much because YouTube isn't paying me, but I am putting it out there for y'all to watch and to watch these episodes after. So
yeah, I mean, we have a lot of good videos that we add, pictures and so forth.
Absolutely.
So
check out the YouTube.
Just check out the YouTube. Just type in Upstate Golf Guys on YouTube, and literally all the episodes come up.
Yep.
I sometimes just sit and watch if I'm by myself and watch myself talk. It's kind of weird, but
no, it's okay.
You catch videos like you had the podcast the other day. I had no idea what you guys are talking about. You played a video for your friend from the coffee place, and all of a sudden I went back to YouTube, watched the video, and I said, "Oh, okay, that's a cool video," because I didn't hear it on the listen. So
right.
I go on YouTube and check out some of the side media.
Exactly. Again, the listens are where it's at on the podcast. Listen first, but then go check out the YouTube episode after, guys, because we have a ton of fun. Again, it's a lot of fun over here on the podcast, and we're doing big things here. We're doing big things here in the Upstate. So sign up now, baby. Sign up now. All right. Love y'all.